Hi, I'm Lynda Rawsthorne. I'm head of the government property profession in the Office of Government Property in the Cabinet Office, and I have the privilege of being responsible for the 7,500 property professionals across government in terms of their career and the opportunities that are there for them. So welcome to National Apprenticeship 2026. The theme for this is Skills for Life, and if you join us for an apprenticeship, you'll build skills, but you'll also have qualifications and accreditation behind them, which will allow you the options to plan your future. Apprenticeships are there for everybody. They're for you at any age. Sometimes people think they're only something you do straight after school, but that's not the case. In fact, our apprentices average between sort of 25 and 29. So please do think about it, irrespective of where you are. The important thing is that you don't actually need any qualifications to start our apprenticeships, and also that you have the opportunity then to look at your future and what you want to do next. So it may be that you're coming back and you fancy a career change, maybe after a break, or actually just because you're in your job and you fancy something different. So don't think that necessarily there's a time when this isn't the right thing for you. If you're excited about property and you see the opportunities in government property, then please think about us and an apprenticeship. Apprentices are a direct route to qualifications and professional accreditation. It makes such a difference that you get hand-on experience as you're studying. So at the end of it, not only have you had a wage all the way through the process, but you also have your apprenticeship paid by your employer so that you don't have any debt from that studying. So it's an opportunity that you can take at any point. We have approximately 500 apprentices across government in property, and they can be in any one of the areas that we cover. So for example, they could be in facilities management, when they're looking at how a building works, how the facilities work within it, and that then leads us to what would the next building look like, how great would that be? They can be surveyors, they can be town planners, they can be involved in sustainability. What will our buildings need to look like in the future? What about our carbon footprint? And what about climate adaptation? There are so many different opportunities. And within our property portfolio, there are just such amazing ones that you can visit and be involved with. You might work with Foreign and Commonwealth Office and be looking through all our embassies abroad. You might be working with the MOJ, looking at prisons, looking at probation centres. You might be looking at schools, you might be looking at colleges, you might be involved in our government office hubs. So there are just so many different things that you can get involved in. And the key here is that our apprentices come from all backgrounds and they are always wanted at any level of experience. So there will be the right opportunity, the right apprenticeship for you. Not only will you have support from the team that you're in if you're doing an apprenticeship in government, you'll also have support from the Office of Government Property. And there's various different ways that this takes place. So for example, we have career profiles, and that means you'll have an opportunity to think about your future and how you fit in. We also offer support with CPD, continual professional development, in terms of lectures, in terms of site visits, and ways that help you meet the criteria of what you need. We have accreditation advice from absolute experts, because sometimes it's not as easy to navigate on your own, but you don't need to, because not only do you have those experts, you'll have your peers and you'll have your group who will also help you. We can also give you advice on mentors and counsellors to make sure that you never feel alone and you can see what success looks like. So please do think about joining us for your apprenticeship. Getting the right experience is absolutely critical to a successful apprenticeship, and one of the things that is a strength for government apprentices is the absolute range of our estate and the different departments. So you will obviously have a main department, but it may be that you can't get all your experience there, and we have launched in the last year an opportunity for people to go into other departments to get experience if they need it and it's lacking in their current one, to ensure that you have a successful outcome. We launched Propel, the Property Education and Learning Network, in autumn of 2025, and we're really excited about this because this is the first of its kind across the whole of the public sector, giving people the opportunity to come together and support one another. So you might be already struggling on a learning journey, or you might actually be doing really well and want to inspire others. On the other hand, you might not have actually decided what you want to study yet, so it's actually open to everybody any part of their journey so that they can meet up with others and get the support. So we currently have over 80 members from 22 public sector organisations, and it's a great opportunity to find out what's going on across other departments and other parts of the public sector, so that you can think about your future and what it is that you want to study and what you want to do to give you the choice and the chance to get in the role that will excite you in the future. Our senior sponsor for property apprentices is Claire Johnson in the Valuation Office Agency, and she and her team provide so much support for apprentices. We have a portal, so you can go on there and you can see news and see what's going on. But also this year, to recognise the massive impact that apprentices have on us, we've introduced an Apprentice Contribution Award in the Government Property Awards, and it was an absolute pleasure this year to be awarding it for the first time. So if you're interested in an apprenticeship, or even just talking or exploring it a bit more, please do log on and have a look on the portal, or reach out to my team on the details showing now. Thank you so much.